I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno does...
Shame on you!
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't...
It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Fucking loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back.
Right to work!
Don't think so.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah. What it means.
In what must have been Semonine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benito, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Semonese archipelago, near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Semonese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's...
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon... At dawn, he comes upon two kips, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. But she was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But... go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
The unpromising race pupil returns. I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful. Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
The fuck are you talking about? Gun? No one's gonna let you wave a gun around.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge. You see a heavy... The door does...
I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you...
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands, in the...
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber? Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair...
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to...
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win.
All of what? The world? The present?
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty...
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in?
Bad Hand Hermenegildos' bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
What do you mean? Yes? What about it? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. Lomonosov's Land, Udachnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say? Of course not. To truly understand the...
Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern...
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as... Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him. You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. Yes, go. Enough jamboree.
A lorry stuck in the windows, fumes of heavy fuel oil.
Is this about the questions again? A warehouse? I don't know.
She scrunches up her face into...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste pharmaceutical.
Saint Baptiste. You know. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of...
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named.
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Dramamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma. I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after no. Sorry. I'm not like a...
Nosafed heals +1 health. Dramamine heals +...
Looking for something?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffiti.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are gonna... You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real. Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to... Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded. She brings out her reddened hands.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober. Because you usually aren't. I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. Assaulted, there's something you're missing.
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the... Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his... Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about... These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. No, I don't know. Yes, she knows books.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk. That'll show them.
Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds. I think that's why people read them, to find the...
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important. Something that wows... Yes, sir. Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
You have...
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
I stand in this spot all the... You've been running around all week, sir. Sometimes without your shirt on, asking people questions. Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore. You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Aces low. For the rest of the world, the Aces low is just some cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit two. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
She stands stiff and severe. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good...
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon it's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowd. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent pup.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Exactly. She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very...
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with... Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole... Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they...
An endless variety of source books. There's also a large books in a board games section. Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes that price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega setting supplement, so it makes sense. A small mountain of color.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
Large letters on the front form a title. Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, "Mysterious things rattle inside. What could they be?" Dice. A blurb on the back reads, "Succumb to a world of high pasternal fantastique." Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read, and in no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable. Don't forget heated arguments escalating to physical confrontation, and beer. Lots of beer. And most importantly, never forget to rage quit if the you pry open the box. Inside you find a folded up map, a small book, a reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, "Lands of Wirral." The map features, it doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful. A quick guide to the magical races of Wirral. Create your own hero. The options are in order of importance. The Welkin. The Welkin. Tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. The Welkin come with a variety of a grand race of industrious mountain people. They're short. The Tueog also come in a few. They're just humans. What else is there to tell? A very small race of flying people, known for being mischievous, full of trickery. The least popular of the Wirral races. It's made from some sort of wood and has been... You don't know much about dice, but this one looks pretty damn fancy. You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side. You see a man in ragged clothes wearing a lopsided... A leftist revolutionary. A commoner. You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back. A colorful box with a... The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He looks shrugging is an international sign. The door, this door, still. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The bed is still cold from the broken window. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers, the antlers on the hood of the man's cloak, and his piercing blue eyes. Arthur smells like worn cotton, and a little worn cotton with a side of flea.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things. That's the man from Hjelmdal walking away as his village burns. Huh? Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes. He left his native village of Hjelmdal to Real.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
It should belong to anyone who is ready to wear it. But why? I deal in goods, not services. Welcome to Hjel. Hello, hello. Let me know if... Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like those kind of photic paths. Counter-radiance network.
You have absolutely no idea what a photic path...
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
A crumpled billboard reading, "The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock." Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seemed goat milk and butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats. It's an acquired taste. Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the... Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the... The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took within the past 72 hours. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the... There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Line. It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny... The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most, the Linear G22 is not a particular... You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. A rusting control. This panel usually closes. You pull the lead, nothing happens. A spring. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality? You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from... This coin-operated viewer, why place a tourist attraction in the middle of... Your money disappears in the curtains on the display open. The lenses shift. The Ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. It looks as if it was a bad... A sturdy metal... The door rattles.
Stop banging on the door! Doesn't matter who I...
From within comes the faint sound of a...
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come... No. I already... Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone...
Backyard door? There must be...
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
You see a young man on a balcony.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight. Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more muscular type. I couldn't tell you. Last week? I don't know. Look.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable. He's deflecting. He's young with a sharp memory. He hasn't had time to...
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby. He doesn't reply. Gesturing no with his cigarette.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette. No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For it's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
A stone, like there's a key beneath it. Looks like it could belong to the building's front. That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath. The star and antlers was developed even today, to symbolize the toppling. Also, some social, because white is the color of peace. Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply... Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. This door has been closed. No reply. What are you doing? This door has been closed with a pad. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters. This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like... You hear someone walking around inside. The walking sounded like a woman. A poor communard.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally a poor communard.
Do you have...
It's
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine. Fine. Now, what do you...
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the resident.
I'm no one. If you can call it living. I have a little room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who...
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny about...
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one... Ask away, policeman. Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Something to do with all those stars. The symbol of what and how?
The cleaning lady shrugs and returns. The clash of ideas and atrocities are as far from her world as fairies and wizards.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Great. Young people. The artiste. Nothing I can do. She leaves an old...
She mumbles some kind. You hear someone walking around in...
Excuse me?
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh, come on!
Well, that was easy.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in as I...
Boy, there are a lot of different keys.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript...
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be...
A sudden serious look crosses her face.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But a hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off.
The sum must have been puny.
These apartments are perfectly fine. I'll tell you, Martinez, well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. It is. Everyone says the real estate agents don't do anything. So the sooner we get this over with, of course.
Master Investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on. What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Indeed. Ruination has come. The broken arches, a great force from the northeast, fire. The tenement acted. The waves of the Martin. What didn't fall? Those are only 3 stories stand. A fleet. They massed. Many are still coalition warship.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are. Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us has completely changed. I ain't no snit.
This door is made of metal and appears to be number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the... This door is made of number 12. No one. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back tomorrow evening, after 2100. No one. Looks like he isn't home. You sit on the wind. You finally stop picking. The door, this door, still, no. The door, still.
Can I help? Got the 20 real?
The breath catches in his chest.
Do you have money tonight? Then you really don't need a free room, do you?
Here comes a layup, sire.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again. Not at all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me, and you don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice. You want a free place to sleep? Fine. You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is ready.
The time is now. Hobocop life. Here we come.
I don't care what you do. Sleep in the trash or pay for a room. I don't care anymore. Right, well, there you are.
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The smell of rotten food rises up at you as you climb inside the trash container. This is where you belong. Disgraced cop sleeps in trash. A deranged law official was found sleeping in a trash container behind the Whirling in Rags, a hostel cafeteria in Martinez. Gart, manager of the establishment, had this to say. He did ask for a free room, and I said no. I don't make the rules of the game. I just play my part.